I get anxiety about being misunderstood. And that's the thing I love about poetry. You can work on what you want to say until it comes across exactly the way you want to say it. But I'm thinking that's kind of trapped me in this guise that my process is unique to me. And I mean, of course it is, because everyone's process is unique. To an extent. But at the risk of shattering the glass, I've decided to come right out and just ask about my fellow writers' gardens. What's your process of maintaining your lawn? How are the foundations that you built it on? How deep do those roots go, and how much do they influence how the grass grows compared to watering it appropriately? Or for that matter, watering it to the guidelines of a drought where there just aren't enough outward resources to keep it healthy. Get the hand clippers out. This one's targeted. Today we're dissecting my stump. Feel free to outwardly agree. Do you ever write a word that, by dictionary definition, is exactly what you want to say, but it feels just that little bit too strong to portray your intention? So you go another way, usually 3 times longer? Or that other feeling, when in your head there's a paragraph of meaning, but on the page it's just disjointed phrases that kind of rhyme. That shit happens to me all the time. How about when you start a poem and you know for sure in your heart where it's going? I'm going to write a poem that basically tells my boss to go and screw himself. Then all of a sudden, as if you didn't see it coming, it becomes a poem about your mental health. When you're thinking of a subject and you've got a great first line and a fantastic last, but the ideas between them seem so vast, and now 5 hours have passed and you just write, and then I wrote some good poetry, or something to that effect. Or leave it blank out of respect for the work. Offshoot, I've never finished a poem that I've begun this way. But every line I've ever written during these sessions has ingrained itself into some other form of artistic expression. Sometimes music or script work or other poetry. I know, just thought it was worth noting. The first poem I ever wrote came out effortlessly. It just bloomed through me and blossomed through my hand. I wrote it in an hour while on tour in a van. Do you ever get that feeling? When everything just comes together and the wording is perfect and the rhythm is perfect and the themes and rhyming schemes are perfect and the feeling is indescribable? Is that what you're chasing too? When you get out the lawnmower and start hacking at the overgrowth, hoping that the view will become clear while simultaneously using the mulch to help the roses thrive. Or maybe the metaphor's just not right. Maybe the perfectly manicured suburban yard is just a means of distracting the eye from the dilapidated house, barely standing upright behind it. Have you ever had that feeling that you just need to write something to clear your head and give you focus, and you don't know just what to write? So you write a poem about what it's like to write poetry. You're not alone.